In this video, we'll see how to create a sales receipt. A sales receipt is for a cash sale. So far we saw how to create invoices, which denotes a credit sale where payment is received later from the customer. With a cash sale, payment is received right away, and so we create a sales receipt. So click on the plus sign or the create icon and say sales receipt. I'll follow the memo on page 188, which is first one is Cool Cars for pest control service, who pays with a check 4895. So Cool Cars, the sales receipt date is 1/10/17, and then the payment method is by check. Reference number, we put in the check number 4895. And then select a product or service, which is pest control. That's for a total of $35. If you pay attention here, so the cash is being deposited in this account called undeposited funds. This is the default account in QuickBooks to hold the cash receipt until it's deposited in the bank. So there's an extra step to deposit this in the checking account. Until then, any cash received, either from cash sales or payments received from customer, will be kept in this account called undeposited funds. So the entry for a sales receipt will be to debit undeposited funds and credit service income. Next, we close this, save and close. And then we'll create another one for customer who we just call as a cash customer. Create sales receipt. So we have to add new, and we just call this customer as cash customer. And we're not going to input any details because this customer just pays cash. And so we'll just click on save. So I'm just going to say cash customer 1 because I think I just created a cash customer. So again, the sales receipt date is 1/10/17. This you can just create without the 1. You can just call it cash customer. And then payment method is by cash. And again, it's always deposits to undeposited funds. And then here, the product or service is landscape and maintenance. The quantity is 5, rate of 50. And so we've created the second sales receipt for $250. I'm going to save and close. There are a couple of reports which I wanted to show you, which will help you track your sales and which are quite important tools for an accountant. So one is the sales by the customer detail and the sales by product or services. So if I click on 1/1/17 to 1/10/17 and run report. So I see the sales receipts that I just created, and for Cool Cars and for cash customer 1 here. Then the other report, which is sales by product or services. That's a very useful tool to see which products are doing better and which are not. So 1/1/17 to 1/10/17 and run report. And so you see that it shows you by product. So for landscaping, what is the total sales? For pest control, what is the total sales for that period? Then the other report is we're going to go and see the journal just to understand the journal entry behind the sales receipt that we just created. So reports, my account for my accountant journal. Just gonna change the dates here to 1/1. So here I see the sales receipts that I just created. So this, of course, the journal will show you all the transactions that happened within the time frame. Since I was working with the 2017 dates in the test drive company, these are the three transactions that pull up. So check out the accounts here. So you debit undeposited funds, $35, and the credit is pest control services, which is linked to your income account. So it'll be debit undeposited funds and credit service income. The same, and then here your credit for cash customer 1 to whom we sold landscaping services is credit landscaping services service income. So this is the best way to understand the journal entries. Make sure you open the journal after you do every transaction to get a better grip of the journal entries behind each.